Zoe was saying we hear about all this NIL money Miami has, but yet we don't see any big time recruits being grabbed.
Yeah, you don't. And again, and I see that you're a Noel, and first of all, welcome. Glad that you stepped up from the JV show to the varsity for one. Um, and two, I don't know if you've been here before, but this is the thing that I've said. And long story short, Miami is basically in the beginning of a chess match right now. They're setting up the big moves. So there is the money out there. I'm sure that the NIL offers are being communicated and everything, but we're not at the point where you're going to see guys flying off the board, and especially top guys flying off the board. And you go back to my answer from a couple questions ago. This staff is brand new here in the middle of the process to try to recruit, blue chip guys, and trying to do it in a year, almost under the year, under 1 year. In a process that usually takes 2 to 3, if not 4. So yeah. Oh, hey, always here. Awesome. Outstanding. Well, we'd love to have you. Thanks for being here.
Absolutely. I have yet to see your handle as well. So I thought maybe you were new to the show as well. So appreciate you being here. And so is there, whether this be in this NIL world or what was recruiting previously, is there a possibility or is there a thing of possibly getting commits too early? So when you're talking about setting up the board in a chess match rather than playing checkers, is there a legitimately a thing of getting someone to commit too early? Doesn't seem possible, but
it is possible to get somebody too early. And it's a joke that's turned fact. Like a lot of the top end guys, you don't even want to be their first commitment because they're going to end up evaluating the process more, and they're going to flip, or they're going to decommit, and they're going to do something else down the line. And I think you saw a lot of that during the Al Golden run, where he almost tried to take a Mac Brown at Texas approach and lock in guys early. Now, at the beginning of Mac Brown's time in Texas, he would use the junior days in the spring, lock up the majority of his class, select the last few guys, save them for some 5 stars, the Derek Johnsons of the world. But the majority of it would be done the April before the next February. And in the Al Golden kind of a way, and you can go search up all of these articles because I wrote one every single year. Oh, the next year's class for Miami is rated number 1 a year out from signing day, or the 2 years from now is already like, it was one of those things. So yeah, you really want to get into that sweet spot. You don't want it to be too early for a commitment. And also just really judging the kind of the values and the character of the individual, because some people are going to want to take visits. Some people are going to want to play the game. Lord knows there's a long list of guys, especially from South Florida, who were very interested in playing the game, but were not actually interested in some of the other schools, including Miami, that they were talking to along the path. So yeah, there is a thought that you can get guys in the boat too early. And especially, again, recruiting rule number 9 is you have to win. You have to show them something on the field to make them get enthusiastic about joining that program. And that was the thing that never curled over for Al Golden. So he would get these guys in, he would have all these 5 stars, whatever, and then lose these games. Mike London, Virginia, keeping that man employed there for year and year when he shouldn't have been. But you lose to that team 4 years in a row, and you keep this guy employed for 5 extra, or 3 years in a row, kept him employed for 4 more years than he should have been, singularly because Miami lost to them. And then you have things like that. And then these guys are like, well, if we can't even beat Virginia, maybe I should take that phone call from Alabama, Florida State, Florida, Georgia, Oregon, SC, whomever. And that happened a lot. So, yeah, you can go in too early, but you do want to be sure that you're intentional. But yeah, as we're coming into the summertime, it's June 15th today. Oh, it was my Uncle Raymond's birthday yesterday on Flag Day. Happy birthday, Uncle Raymond. But as we're coming into the end of June, going into July, like this is the time where, especially for guys who you think are going to sign early in December, and the ones who have previously stated they really want to have a decision done before their senior year starts, you're pushing for those guys. The guys who you think might play the game, the recruiting game, all the way through the All-American games, or take visits in November and December and things like that. You can have a protracted timeline, but yeah, you can go in too early and then that work against you. And we've seen that for Miami a few times. So I think that we're taking a more judicious approach right now.